Alright, let's talk about Russia. When you hear that word, what comes to mind? Maybe serious men in furry hats, bears, or endless snow. But forget those cliches. When night falls, Russia transforms. Neon lights, pulsing music, and a vibrant energy take over. The cold? Just an excuse to get closer on the dance floor. Russian nightlife isn't hidden. It's front and center, loud and proud. Cities like Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Kazan become massive open-air parties. The energy is electric, buzzing from the streets to the skyscrapers. This is a side of Russia you don't see in the headlines. What's the secret? It's not just the clubs or DJs, it's the people. There's a sense of being part of something new and exciting. While the world clung to old stereotypes, Russia built a nightlife scene that rivals any city on the planet. This isn't just a travel guide, it's an invitation. We'll stroll glowing streets, pop into wild clubs, and even visit a midnight shopping mall. Yes, a shopping mall. Trust me, it's a thing. So buckle up. We're diving into Russian nightlife, where the cities shine and the party never stops. It's a Russia you won't see on the news, but it's one you'll never forget. You can't talk about Russian nightlife without talking about the women who define it. Russian girls are the heart and soul of the scene. They don't just join the party, they create it.
We walk into a room and the whole atmosphere changes. The first thing you'll notice? The style. It's not just about expensive clothes, it's a cultural commitment to looking your best. Perfect dresses, flawless makeup, and heels that defy gravity. Every night is an occasion.
Our confidence is woven into our outfits. We dress for the version of ourselves we want to be. Powerful, stylish, in control.
This confidence goes beyond appearance. It's in how they lead, interact, and own their space. Russian girls are often the ones deciding where the night goes next.
We're not waiting for an invitation. We're the hosts of our own experience. We orchestrate the night with our laughter and energy.
When you see a group of Russian girls out, you're witnessing modern femininity. Strong, glamorous, and bold. They're the engine of the social scene, the trendsetters, the main event. Without them, nightlife would be a quiet, boring place. They are, without a doubt, the queens of the night. Russian nightlife is their stage, and they own it. If Russian nightlife had a capital, it would be Moscow. This city doesn't sleep, it parties harder than it works. When night falls, Moscow transforms into a playground. The variety is staggering: exclusive clubs, rooftop bars, hidden speakeasies, and underground techno bunkers. The clubs are legendary. Think multi-level venues, world-class DJs, and crowds dressed to impress.
But it's not all mega clubs. There are intimate spots, trendy bars and old factories and secret hideaways. Moscow's nightlife is a choose-your-own adventure.
But it's not just about clubs. The city's cafe culture is huge. At night, cafes become bustling social hubs. Places like Coffee Mania are packed at 2 a.m. Friends catch up over cakes and tea, couples go on late-night dates, and plans for the night are made. It's a more relaxed, conversational side of the city, but just as vital. Moscow's nightlife reflects the city. Ambitious, grand, and always moving forward. You can have a wild night or a quiet, sophisticated evening, sometimes on the same block. There's always something new to discover. The city's pulse is its soundtrack, inviting you to join in. In Moscow, the night isn't the end of the day. It's a whole new beginning, every single night. If Moscow is the heart of Russian nightlife, St. Petersburg is its artistic soul. By day, it's grand palaces and world-class museums. But at night, especially during the white nights, the city reveals a different vibe. Stylish, creative, and effortlessly cool. Rubinstein Street is the epicenter, a long stretch of bars, restaurants, and cafes, each with its own character. The sidewalks are alive with people hopping from place to place, laughter echoing through the air.
The club scene here is creative. Parties in old mansions, electronic music in industrial spaces, live music from local bands. There's a strong sense of community and a love for art and music. It's intimate, grounded, and full of personality.
St. Petersburg's nightlife blends high culture with modern cool. You can spend your day at the Hermitage, then your night in a bar that feels like a work of art. The city's stunning architecture is the perfect backdrop. Even a walk home along a canal with palaces reflected in the water is unforgettable. St. Petersburg doesn't shout for attention, it captivates with beauty and creativity. The nightlife here is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about savoring the moment, not rushing through it. The city's cool vibe lingers long after the night ends, and that's what makes it special. Beyond Moscow and St. Petersburg, there's Kazan, a hidden gem.
As Tatarstan's capital, Kazan blends Europe and Asia. Orthodox cathedrals stand beside mosques.
This mix is reflected in its nightlife, unique, youthful, and incredibly friendly.
Bowman Street is the heart of it all. At night, it's alive with street musicians, artists, and crowds of young people. Cafes, bars, and restaurants line the street. There's something for every taste.
You can grab a Tatar pastry, sip a cocktail, or just soak up the atmosphere.
It's the city's social center, where everyone comes to meet and have a good time. The clubs and bars are relaxed and welcoming, focused on good music and fun.
Kazan's youthful spirit comes from its university population. Optimism and excitement fill the air. The city's modern architecture and river embankment are perfect for evening strolls.
Kazan proves you don't need to be the biggest city to have the best time. It's a mix of culture, energy, and warmth, and it's unforgettable after dark.
Russian nightlife isn't just about what happens inside clubs. It's about what happens on the streets. At night, city streets become a living fashion show.
For us, a night out is an occasion. We love to put together a full look. It's how we show our personality.
There's so much creativity, high fashion, local designers, streetwear, all mixed together. People aren't afraid to experiment.
A walk down Moscow's Tverskaya at 11 p.m. is a masterclass in style. Groups of friends, each with their own look, turn the street into a stage. This street-level glamour adds to the city's energy and sophistication.
The fashionable crowds are as much a part of the city's beauty as the monuments.
Dressing up is a form of communication. It says, I'm here, I'm confident, and I'm ready for the night.
For us, it's about owning the city. Even walking from the metro to the club is a statement.
The streets aren't just paths. They're platforms for style and confidence. The city feels dressed up, and the people are its best accessory. Russian nightlife starts on the street. Here's a twist. Russian shopping malls are nightlife hubs. Forget daytime errands. At night, malls become social centers, open late and buzzing with energy.
These places are huge. Dozens of restaurants, cinemas, bowling, arcades, even ice rinks. For friends, it's the perfect place to start an evening, eat, see a movie, then decide where to go next.
In the cold months, malls are warm, lively, and inviting.
Food courts become pre-party spots. Hundreds gather to talk, laugh, and socialize.
Malls have evolved into modern town squares where different social circles intersect. You'll see families, couples, and big groups all sharing the same space.
To understand Russian social life, don't just visit clubs. Spend an evening at a mall like Avia Park or Galeria.
It's a fascinating, popular part of the nightlife puzzle. The mall is more than a place to shop. It's where the night begins, and sometimes where it ends. Let's talk about safety, because it matters. Russian city centers where nightlife thrives are generally very safe. Well-lit streets, visible police, and a sense of public order set the tone.
You'll see groups of girls, or even solo women, walking home late, using public transport, or waiting for rides without fear.
This freedom is a game changer. It means you can move from bar to bar, stay out until the metro reopens, and feel comfortable.
Of course, use common sense. But in Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Kazan, there's real security.
This safety lets the nightlife flourish. Every laugh, every dance, every late-night conversation depends on it. The freedom to enjoy the city is the ultimate luxury. In Russia's bright city centers, it's a luxury many get to experience. And it makes all the difference. So what's the final picture? Russia is dynamic, stylish, and pulsing with modern energy. The nightlife is more than venues. It's a new generation's identity.
At the center of it all are young women, driving the scene, setting trends, and bringing the night to life.
We're not just participating, we're leading. Strong, elegant, and never afraid to have fun.
From Moscow's glamour to St. Petersburg's cool and Kazan's warmth, each city tells a unique story. The streets become runways, malls become social hubs, and the night is a canvas for self-expression. It's a world that feels safe, looks beautiful, and offers endless experiences.
Russian nightlife is a celebration of youth, style, friendship, and the joy of being out after dark.
It's a side of Russia full of life, color, and excitement. Next time you think of Russia, picture the city lights, hear the music, and see confident young women leading the way.
That's the new Russia, and the party is just getting started.